Mexican truckers that transport cargo from Mexico into the U.S. are now taking courses to learn English. It's a requirement for the English fluency standards set in an executive order by President Donald Trump. The White House says American roadways are less safe because of a lack of enforcement, ensuring truck drivers are able to read and understand highway traffic signs, as well as being able to communicate with authorities during inspections. KTSM 9 News reporter Jesus Baltazar is live in the newsroom with this story. Jesus, what's the goal of the executive order?
The order reads that English proficiency is a non-negotiable safety measure for commercial drivers and warns that those who don't show proficiency when being stopped and inspected by law enforcement officials on the road may be, quote, placed out of service. A truck industry executive from Juarez says his drivers are already familiar with English language road signs and Texas motor vehicle regulations. However, he and other industry leaders worry drivers may struggle to communicate their understanding of road signs if stopped and questioned by law enforcement officers in the states.
Ustedes imagínense que un operador anda a lo mejor en Detroit y lo pone en servicio, pues el transportista tiene que hacer llegar a un operador que sí cumpla con todos los requisitos para poder seguir el viaje. Entonces, esto afecta mucho, pues lógicamente al operador porque puede tener sanciones, a la empresa transportista que lo tiene contratado y sobre todo a la tardanza de la entrega de mercancías al cliente.
For example, he's my driver.
That's why Sotelo and other trucking companies in Juarez are now sponsoring English classes for their drivers.
It's incredible. They come knowing just the basic they learned at school, like, you know, basic words like door, truck. This is the only words they know, and through the days, through our hard effort, they're starting to learn how to communicate.
But what happens when the inspector asks me for this?
Montes says he encourages his students not to just learn the basics of a traffic stop, but rather to continue developing their English comprehension.
Where are you going today?
I am going to store.
One driver in particular explained that truck driving to him is more than just a job, but rather a way of life he's always enjoyed. But he now understands the urgent need for him to learn English if he is to continue in this line of work.
No, they say a long time ago is that I needed to speak in English, but and today is more necessary from the cross the border.
Now, these requirements had been rolled back by the Obama administration, but have since been reinstated through this executive order, which aims to ramp up enforcement. You can read more on this story by visiting borderreport.com. Reporting from the newsroom, Jesus Baltazar, back to you.